I mean bricks on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Listen, guys, give me 1 second. Bigger and Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Um, the Ain't No Lover Boy FR and Bigger EP Deluxe drop tonight at 12 in approximately about 1 hour and 46 minutes. Okay. I want to say, this has been a great time. Um, this has been a great time, just, recording these songs. Um, Behind the scenes, the life has been, like very, very, up and down. I've had my trials and tribulations, on the road to recording, these records and stuff like that, or just doing these records. But I'm happy for this, for this drop, for this release. Um, you know, I'm just pushing my pen. I'm doing what I do. You know, my Lions, y'all. I've been stacking credits for a while. I've been stacking writing credits for a while. Um, and yeah, you know, I'm proud to say that you can Google Mason Jyree. MASONJYREE. Yeah, I think that's very, very, very important to mention. With the drops tonight, with the drops tonight, I just want to let y'all know, Lions, to run it up. Run it up. Keep streaming it. Stream it forever. This is where it all started. This is where it all started. For real, for real. Anyway, um, yeah. Make sure you tell your baby cousin to Mama Tracy to to stream it. Apple Music, iTunes, to all my Lions who can get on iTunes and pay for it. Make sure you get it on iTunes. You can pre-order it on Bandcamp still now. Um, yeah, you know. So yeah, you can pre-order it on Bandcamp even still up until 12 o'clock tonight. Um, so just make sure you're getting into that because we're getting bigger in the Lions Den, y'all. We're getting bigger in the Lions Den. It's getting serious, and I'm grateful. If you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram because that's my me getting more active on Instagram really showed me like, okay, I'm building a brand. Like, okay, I'm building a brand. Oh, really? I'm building a brand, and like, yeah, it's like it's great. So make sure you get into that. What's up, Herm Hermini IV? Um, Hermini IV, guess. Hello. Um, yeah. So yeah, I didn't really like posting on Instagram and stuff like that, but Instagram is doing numbers for me right now. And I don't mean numbers in like a manufacturer way. I mean like in a way of like, yeah, things are going great. So make sure you follow me on Instagram and everywhere else. Also, tomorrow morning I will be going live for episode 19 of my live special series. Okay. So that's that. I've been working, like I'm working. I'm working, y'all. So yeah, I'm very like I'm thankful, because usually for like releases, especially recently, like I really won't do too much, and I didn't do too much, today. Actually, like sometime when I have releases dropping, I always end up taking a nap like earlier in the day, and it just happens naturally. And like I was like, I need to get up and like promote, I need to get up and like promote and do what I do, because somewhere along, well, I already know, like I'm big, but I still have to promote. I've just been like like due doing my diligence because hey, how are you? I think I spoke to you the first time. Um, but welcome to the Lions Den. I don't know how to say your name. If I knew how to say your name, I would have said it correctly. But hello. Um, yeah. So yeah, I was like, let me get up, let me, because I'm pretty sure y'all know Bigger Ain't No Loverboy FR. They're already out. I'm just putting them out again. um, because I do have another song coming out later on this year. And with me being like self-made, I'm just doing things, but apparently me doing things is like doing it up to the industry standards, y'all. Like, so like I'm doing a great job. So like, yeah, if you just sit back and look at just my formula and just the layout that I have, as far as like on every platform and just everything, like, yeah, I'm really doing it. I'm very like proud of myself. I'm the 2019 2020 me would be so proud of me now, you know, because like I'm doing it. Um, before, like, if I'm being honest, give me 1 second, y'all. Before, if I'm being honest, like I didn't know how visibility really worked, and like I didn't know like it's like I was too busy like trying to like orchestrate myself on the outside. If I'm being honest, like I was trying to like do myself as if like I'm a it's like I have a business mindset too, so it's like I just try to make sure that I'm doing things like in a certain way. And I just felt like I was trying to do myself like I was already signed to like a major label because I operate like a CEO, you know. And I just had to like just remember, um yeah, yeah, I have the business skills. Yeah, I have the knowledge and all that, but it's like I'm still just doing it my way. Um, so yeah, um, I'm very proud. I'm very thankful. Like I know for a fact that I don't know. Like I know for a fact. Like I got my lions in the den. We're building. We're getting bigger and bigger. I'm grateful for the success of my first two, official singles. Like, cause those are my first two official singles. Um, yeah, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. Um, and if you're new to the Lions, then professionality is always important to me. I treat my craft very seriously. I take it very, very seriously, and I am and will continue to be one of the top contenders. When it comes down to just like the music industry and just working, it's a passion. It's a passion for sure, y'all. But it's like I have to like make it. I have to like business it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I have to, structure the fire now. You know what I mean? Make sure that I'm making the right moves and the correct moves. Um, yeah. So that's just me being open and real and vulnerable about the situation or just whatever may have you, in regards to my career. It's a very sensitive topic to me, if I'm being honest. It's a very sensitive topic to me because like of just being told I won't be shit and I won't or just that my dreams aren't possible. um yeah, this is like a great moment for me, a great moment for me to have these two singles out, an EP, and then I have another one coming this year. I think the main thing is that when I first started making music, I was putting out like a lot of albums. I was putting out a lot of albums at one time. I'm pretty sure if you're if you're new to the Lions, then you have not seen the live series, but get into those because every year from 2020 to like 2023, I was dropping a lot of work for real. And but I wasn't buying any beats. I wasn't like purchasing anything or doing anything like that. I was just being creative. But now in this era, like here, I own everything and I'm good. I'm grateful for that. Um, I'm very grateful for that. Hard work, does pay off, but it's all about like what you're building for yourself, and like what I'm building for myself is something different. But it's great. It's great. I think I haven't even tapped into like just the fullest version of myself. Like it's just as far as my creativity and just my passions and just me being a creative individual, and I'm ready for it to get to a point to where like it doesn't come off like it's bullshit or like it's a facade. Like, no, this is me, Mason Jyree. I'm a creative and this is what I do. You know? Um, yeah. So excuse me, y'all. So that's that. That's really that. Um this next single that I'm about to drop is like, it's different, but it's tied back into, like, just the overall essence of me. It's tied back into the overall essence of me, and I think that's just very, very important. When I was writing Ain't No Lover Boy FR and Bigger, I was in a space where, like, I was around people who, like, didn't really mean me any well. They didn't mean me any good. And now I'm in a clear space with, like, just in a better space, honestly, and not around bad people or people who aren't for me. Because, people aren't bad, they just may not be for me. Um, and that's me giving the benefit of the doubt. But, like, this next, the next, what's coming next is not necessarily about, like, it's not about the past anymore. Because I had to realize I'm like the main plot of the story, or I realized I'm the main plot of the story, you know? So it's like, yeah, it's like, I'm not a lover boy, I'm getting bigger and I'm ready, you know? I'm ready. So I think that's just that, I think that was the main reason for me putting these songs out again, y'all. It's like um, it's just to keep pushing and keep pushing them. I think, like, today a lot of artists, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even consider myself an upcoming artist. um I don't even consider myself an upcoming artist, if I'm being honest with y'all. Like, I consider myself like almost like an intermediate, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of times today, artists who are like, who haven't broke through the mainstream door yet, I'll say, I think they always give up on their songs, or they give up on their singles, or they, you know um they just don't really, they don't really, they don't really push their work, they don't really push their pen, they don't really push their product, you know what I mean? And I just think that that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. And I'm not for the games or for the, any of the crazy things like that, but what I can say is that I'm serious, and I do have more on the way, I do have more on the way, you know, and it's so many more people out there who have not discovered me, and I'm so ready for that. It's so many lions in the den, it's so many lions in the den who haven't even entered it yet. You know what I mean? And I'm just grateful. I'm thankful. So, yeah, I remember back when I used to be like, go get your coin on, go get your coin on ready, go get your coin on ready, And to my lions who can go to iTunes, purchase it on iTunes. To my lions who can go to Apple Music, purchase it on Apple Music, Amazon Music, run it up, stream it, do all of those different things, Um, I, I think we are doing phenomenal. I think we're doing phenomenal. I think we're doing, like, excellent. As far as the support, as far as rocking with me, just keep rocking with me. Everything that you see from me makes you like it, makes you comment, it makes you subscribe, it makes you share, makes you share, makes you tell everyone, share it and tell everyone that it's out. Um, I really appreciate y'all, Lions. I really, really, really do. You know, um, so yeah. Also, tomorrow morning starts, my first, well, at 12 o'clock tonight starts just my first, well, I'm doing 30 days, a weed break, no marijuana, no nothing, no nothing. So, like, yeah, I'm doing that. And yeah, I'm very excited. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm gonna definitely be keeping y'all up on updates as far as that, and just, keeping y'all, updated. Is just, as far as that. So yeah, I'm like, getting bigger and bigger. Um, and I'm appreciative. But make sure y'all run it up. I know I'm a little, I sound a little, like, not as animated as I do, but, we're getting into bigger. We're getting into Ain't No Lover Boy. Y'all have been streaming it. I'm serious. Like, I'm appreciative. Um, and yeah. But with that being said, it's your boy Mason Jyree. If you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on, we're getting bigger and bigger, better and better. And we're shitting turds, I mean bricks, on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. I love you, Lions. Keep it hot, keep it spicy, and abonne-toi.